I'd like to take this occasion to thank all of the Periscope live stream community that engaged with me in January and February of 2020 on this Vietnam quest. Je voudrais remercier la communauté Periscope qui a participé avec moi durant cette tournée au Vietnam.
Long scopes, not as a rule, but as a function of, I often think that perhaps Periscope groups people. Otherwise, Perry is a small world. Yes, I would agree. Let's say if your special interest is haunted cemeteries and haunted house, there's like a whole little enclave of that. And then if your special interest is flat Earth, conspiracy, um, what else? Flat Earth and anti-vaxxing. Woo! I don't do drama scopes. Yeah, that would be the feet piece. No, sorry, that would be the feet P. That would be the feet P rebroadcasters. But for entertainment values, every once in a while, maybe 2 or 3 episodes a year, and I've met my quota of that kind of drama. And then there are other kind of drama that, within 2 seconds, I know I'm out of there. That's the best thing about Periscope is these people who continuously, um, uh, LOL, you've seen Molitovs. I'm not sure. I've seen a lot of varying feet P debunkers. So you can only do so much of that, and it's like next. So yeah, so I was in the middle of a sentence. What I was saying was that back home in Canada, we have some of the most expensive, needlessly expensive data plans. So you pay through the nose for data that should come cheaply because there's a monopoly. There's only 3 companies that provide data, and they keep people tethered. Where you're spending 60, $80 a month, ain't gonna do it. No, not gonna do it. So what I do is I use the city Wi-Fi that I live in to broadcast whatever might be within that Wi-Fi periphery. So if there's something interesting, I use that. So the problem with that is if you're tethered to like a Wi-Fi spot, you can't make a 5-hour scope because you can't wander and keep switching up things. And so I basically stick to a topic, and that kind of like runs itself out in a half hour, an hour, or whatever. But when you can roam around and keep it interesting. Oh look, they lit up the bridge. Keep it interesting and wait 5 minutes, and you got something else fresh and new to see. Then you can keep the scope going and going and going. So if you guys have never been to Hanoi, I'm going to take you on the side streets. So we're going to use the crosswalk just because. Not that it's going to make any difference. Like the cars aren't going to actually stop for a pedestrian, but we're going to use it because there are people that like to follow rules. So I'm using the crosswalk for those people who like to follow rules. You love seeing new places? Okay, we're going to go on this side street here because it looks like a happening street. But first, we have to tackle the oncoming traffic and not get killed in the process. So I should have gone with that family. But see, these motorcycles are trained to avoid me. Ha 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 ha. And look at that. So we made it, guys. Taking your life in your hands. Thank you. Thank you for the super heart, Herb Brian. I've seen your scopes before. I think I follow you. No, but I follow you now. I think somebody we know mutually follows you, and that's why I see your scope. So, if you need a hat, this is a hat store, but because of their proximity to the lake, all of these hats are probably marked up because of the expense of the rent here. But they do have a nice selection. So these are probably good quality because they can't really afford to put cheap stuff because probably the rent is so high. They have to have choice. And they do look like the best of whatever kind of hat they are. They're going to be. So if you need a hat in Hanoi, it's a good place for it. So normally streets are done by, you know, like you have a bird street, you have a gold street, you have like a, I wouldn't say it's a hat street, but it's probably garments or fabrics. So I suspect that we're on Fabric Street because I see scarves and bags and stuff. So we're gonna cross and crisscross. Here we go. So you see, here's luggage and a valise. My valise. And oh look at the staircase leading up to. So they got luggage. They got scarves. That is a jupe. That is a fringy jupe. Handbags. So again, this is like a high rent areas. So you probably oh, and I love the juxtaposition of is this a banyan tree? I've seen these in the temples in Cambodia and Siem Reap, where they just kind of overgrow like sculptures and architecture. So the fact that it's here in Hanoi and has been integrated with like shops and stuff is pretty cool. Look at that. Okay, so oh look, tourist information. I don't need it. I got the Google machine and I got my personal assistants on Periscope. I don't need you guys, but thank you. Thank you. Later, babe. Thank you for laughing, Irish girl, Carrie. Thank you. No, no. See, she's pushing on the thing, and you try one, and then they really get mad. They're really good at making you part with your money. Don't do it if you're tempted. It's not really a good donut, anyways. Not that I've tried, but I have it on good authority that they're crappy donuts, and don't take the sample. Sorry, but there is a better way to make a living. Uh, but Google don't give donuts. Okay. Yes. Well, that wasn't the tourist information place. She was just hanging out there. Uh, no, but Periscope viewers who have access to the discerning access to the Google machine do um, can vet for people like me. You know, accurate information. Hello, Noel. You avoided the cold in Montreal. Yes, Grader. I think I did good. I think I like this lady's face. Cameron, she says no camera. Okay. So, uh, yes, Grader. Um, I think it snowed last night. So my beloved car. Yeah, I thought she had an interesting face, and you know, you have to respect when somebody clearly indicates that they do not want something. So I respected her wishes. And then there are other people who are curious and are fascinated and want to be on camera. Okay, so there are interesting. Okay, so these are some of the hats. Because legally, if you're not wearing a hat, you could get a ticket from the police. And not only that, I've seen the police. The police are equipped with a baton. And if you're doing a street infraction on a motorbike, the cop can actually hit you with the baton if you try to blow him off by not stopping. So they can take their revenge. I saw it yesterday. I actually saw a cop hit two motorcyclists that were doing some kind of thing they didn't like. Anyway, so if you don't have a helmet of some kind, you can get a ticket. But these are not necessarily the best, the safest headwear for protection against motorcycle accidents. Okay, more of wandering the streets of Hanoi. So this place looks pretty empty except for a few people on the sidewalk bar. So it's like 1,000% or some crazy number tax that they add on luxury vehicles or any vehicle. So so most people get by on a motorbike, and they can move a lot of things on a motorbike. So where do you want to go, guys? Do you want to go that way? Do you want to go that way? Do you want to go that way? We just came from there. That way, or that way? Corporal punishment is still a thing in schools there. Okay, I did not know. In the middle, we shall. Okay, I think the best way to do that is to go from here to there. So let's go from here first. I don't know where that is, but I don't think I will be going to the red light district unless I happen upon it by accident. Um, okay, let's see how this works. According to my Google research, whether you have a light in your favor or not, it says we should walk, but okay. Audi, are you going to stop for the light? It looks like Audis stop for lights. So this is a rarity. Actual actual people's actual vehicles. So there's proof, guys. Some cars and vehicles actually do stop at crosswalk when the light is red. Okay, we have proof. Any upstairs restaurants? Yes, there are, and I haven't been to any yet. But my intention is to go to a rooftop restaurant, and there's a few key ones where you can get a good view, probably by the lake. And up until this afternoon, I did not have a working data plan. There was an issue with my data plan, and it took 3 telephone company texts 45 minutes to fix. And they were stumped, uh, which is why it took them 45 minutes to fix it. So this is my first test scope. So now I'm a lot more confident that I can do a rooftop scope unimpeded. Oh, I like the little coffee place right there. I just like how it fits into in the middle of those buildings. So, on this trip I brought 3 battery packs. So I've tested my battery packs before, and I can do like a 5-hour stream on an iPad or an iPhone, maybe longer on an iPhone, with just one of those battery packs. So I have the battery pack situation done. According to this scope, which has been going on for however much time it's been going on, it looks like the phone company fixed the problem. I really like this building. I like the fact that it has 3 windows. I like the scale of it, and I like the weathering of it.